Hi, I'm Barb Muellerleile, Senior Director of Finance and Payroll for Panera Bread. I'm passionate about people and numbers, and I see every day as an adventure with new opportunities to learn and grow. As a hybrid employee, I spend a few days each month working at our headquarters office in St. Louis, Missouri, but much of my work is done from home. Whether I'm in Missouri for the summer, Arizona for the winter, or in Minnesota visiting my grandkids, I frequently have meetings with other team members and discuss everything from labor costs and business development to system changes, compliance updates, in addition to managing various projects, vendors, and teams. I love working in the restaurant industry because it has so many complexities that make my life interesting. How did I get here? Well, as a lifelong fan of The Wizard of Oz and Judy Garland, I like to think my journey started a bit like Dorothy's. I fell into a mysterious, colorful world, the land of accounting and payroll, and I soon realized that the long road ahead was best traveled with friends I met along the way. I started finding those special friends when my boss, Marcia, nudged me to join a committee at the North Star chapter. That kicked off over 20 years of volunteering for my chapter and PayrollOrg. Efforts that opened the door and changed my life in many ways I never could have imagined. Every time I volunteer, I learn new skills and meet new people who become like family. The benefits are priceless, so get involved. To be successful in payroll, you need the support of your payroll peers, and you can find them through PayrollOrg. Education has also been instrumental in my career. Right along with payroll, I've always loved finance and solving big, complicated puzzles it presents. So while I was raising my family, I went back to school for over 10 years of night classes to pursue my accounting degree. Expanding my education in that area has been so rewarding, as I can better support both ends of the business and demonstrate financial strategy and payroll as well. Now I've worked in payroll, finance, and even HR for over 35 amazing years. Today I'm still excited to learn with every challenge I face, and I'm delighted to be in a position where I can share that knowledge and experience with others. Growing up on the farm perfectly prepared me for working with Panera Bread, because our philosophy is all about ingredients to prepare the best food. As a child, I remember baking bread and preparing sandwiches to bring to my dad working in the field during harvest. At the time, little did I know how much his hard work and dedication to the ingredients in the food industry would reflect upon my career later in life. In my career, the same philosophy, staying focused on the ingredients, helped me to rise to the occasion and provided payroll success. In this presentation, and in our time together, you will hear 5 key ingredients from my recipe box. This will help payroll professionals rise to the occasion. Leaving the family farm to attend college and study accounting was a big decision, but through college it allowed me to participate in an accounting internship. Within 2 years of leaving the farm, came my first real career opportunity. I started my career as an accounting intern in a small manufacturing company. In this role, I was exposed to multiple areas of the business, from processing accounts payable invoices, counting inventory, running payrolls, helping with HR policy questions, and an array of duties. I also worked with the insurance carriers on open enrollment and producing financial statements. With small companies come great opportunities to wear many hats. In this role, the function of accounting and HR processes were very joined together. This is an experience that allowed me to learn and to gain an understanding of the key synergy between accounting and HR. Having this understanding allowed me to see both sides of the equation while working in payroll. The answer is not always black and white, but there must be a balance, taking the right action and managing business expenses. I've heard the question from my colleagues many times. Do you sit in human resources or do you sit within finance? No matter where you sit, you must have a balance with both. Take the time to meet with key leaders on each side of the equation and understand their goals and opportunities. Then help them to focus on solutions together. Understanding the synergy between an accounting and HR is the first key ingredient to payroll success. After 2 years of wearing many hats, my next opportunity arose. I went to work for a mid-sized manufacturing printing company for over 14 years called Taylor Corporation. They had over 12,000 associates, and they were located in 78 locations throughout the US and Canada and had multiple business divisions. At the time, I had applied for an accounting position, but Bill, the CFO, had decided, based on my broad experience, that I would be a great fit working in payroll and benefits because they were having a hard time finding someone with payroll skills. Does that sound familiar? Since I had only worked at a small company, I was surprised how the word payroll jumped off my page above all of the other ingredients in my recipe box. But I took the job, and within a day I was completing 10 key on over 12,000 time punch cards. When asked if I was ready to take on more to grow, the answer was always a steady yes. So I moved into a leadership role, a supervisor role, and eventually a manager role over multiple departments. At this company, I had the opportunity to lead payroll, payroll tax, payroll accounting, and lead the benefits self-funded health and welfare plans. Taking on this position was definitely a stretch, but it allowed me to support the team that processed insurance claims also. I managed plan designs, balanced benefit funding, and negotiated contracts. Working with both departments allowed me to be involved in a new system implementation. With Infinium software, this opened the door to working on mergers and acquisitions. Bill also asked me, "Can you jump on a plane tomorrow and head to Colorado?" I paused and I looked at him and I said, "Who, me? Can I do that?" But quickly I said, "Yes." Then the acquisition work began. It started with accounting due diligence, the processes before the company purchase. Then quickly moved into working with onboarding, HR, benefits, and all of the other processes during the purchase, bringing it all together into payroll after the company purchase was completed. It was a great learning opportunity and a big career growth experience, not to mention my first true excitement of business travel. Little did I know during this time in my career, my second key ingredient to payroll success was being forged into my recipe box. Supporting growth through mergers and acquisitions became a skill set that I have used over 100 times, and it has stuck with me throughout my career. Understanding business due diligence, supporting the transition of associates, completing retired tax account documentation, and following key steps to ensure that payrolls are seamless are skills that every payroll professional can use in their recipe box. As my career continued to evolve, my husband was offered a new role. That involved moving our family from southern Minnesota to the Twin Cities. Thinking about moving my family, finding a new home, new schools, and a new job was so scary. But going through the interview process and building my resume was an adventure. This was something I had not completed in many years. I always wanted to move to the Twin Cities, and this was a challenging opportunity, creating change and adding more ingredients to my recipe box. I had to keep an open mind, and I was going to make this change worthwhile. So I saw a position posted at a role for Land O'Lakes, leading a shared services team. I thought this was perfect, working with the farmers, the feed, the seed mills, dairy farms, and all the amazing test kitchens. Ice cream galore. I applied for the position and received a call from Marcia. I was excited for the future ahead and all of the new ingredients I would gain in this career change. Marcia said, Barb, this role is supporting HR call center, the payroll processes and benefits, and on top of that, we are doing a system conversion. I thought about systems and I thought I learned so much in my last conversions. This would be a great opportunity for me to work with another system. Another system, this time with Oracle. You'll be supporting the go live and the implementation of our new system and leading the call center and the team through this new challenge. We're focused on having a seamless transition, and I looked at Marcia. I understood that my team had to be cross-trained in payroll, human resources, and benefits to support all these calls and questions, and a new go-live implementation on top of that. We also had to provide metrics on the data. So I said, yes. I accepted the role, installed the new call tracking software, and I was monitoring the calls, helping with questions. In addition, I was providing metric reporting to our team. On top of that, we were rolling out a new benefit program, and it was time to take the show on the road for open enrollment. Barb, you have benefit experience. Can you travel to the locations and help with the benefit open enrollment meetings? I said, yes. So I packed my suitcase, went across the Midwest to Nebraska, then south to Texas, over to New Mexico, and hit many other states in between before arriving back in Minnesota when the benefit meetings were completed. To add to the complexity at the same time, we had an acquisition on our plate. We were purchasing Purina Mills, and I was responsible to help with the transition of all of the employees. Wow. Looking back at all of the moving parts going on at the same time, I know my third key ingredient, payroll success in my recipe box, was building strong relationships and trusting others through a network. I had the ability to raise my hand and ask for help, tap into resources such as my payroll peers, coworkers, consultants, and my family. By doing this, it allowed me to achieve my goals, recognizing that some tasks take an army, and having a network of resources to utilize is key. Being able to rise to the occasion as a payroll professional, expanding my career, working on acquisition, system conversions, benefit meetings. This all involved travel, being away from my team, my 3 sons, so it was very challenging. But because I was able to build relationships with others and I had a strong network to rely on, I could trust others to support processes while I was away. This helped me to be successful. That involved asking team members for help. I said, Sherry, she's on my payroll team. Will you help me review and approve payroll while I'm away? And she said, sure, I'm happy to help. Don't worry, we've got you covered. And asking my sister-in-law, Leslie, will you please take the boys to the Boy Scout meeting? Of course I can do that for you. And I'm happy to sew on their badges when the meeting is over. In your career, you need to have a network of strong relationships and be able to trust others. That involves raising your hand to ask for help. Now that my 3 sons have grown and they're all married and have working spouses, one of the biggest compliments I've received was from my oldest son, Brian. Mom, you made us so much stronger by supporting us the way you did. How you balanced it all, seeing how hard you worked to balance everything in life and asking others to help made me realize how important it is to be a supportive husband and a dad and to step in to help Catabria, his wife, every day. Thank you for that great lesson you taught us. It has helped me to be a better dad and husband. Just as I settled into my role at Land O'Lakes, the phone rang, And my career took another unexpected twist, leading to the next opportunity. I picked up the phone and I heard, "Hi, Barb. This is Nancy. I'm the Vice President of Finance at Regis. We want you to come work for us. You have payroll, tax, systems experience we need, and I have heard all about you. We started a system conversion a year ago, and it's not working well, but I've heard you can get us back on track." Regis Corporation is a hair salon company. We have over 10,000 locations and 60,000 employees and growing. We're looking for someone to lead the payroll team and the Infinium implementation for payroll and HR. We're an international company with teams in the US, Canada, UK, and France. This is a director role. That involves leading a big team with multiple compensation and bonus programs, plus working with mergers and acquisitions as we purchase new hair salons on a regular basis. Are you up for the opportunity? I paused and I thought about all the new ingredients in my recipe box. International travel? Wow! My experience with Infinium systems, mergers and acquisitions, Canadian payroll, call tracking, and tax had provided me all the right ingredients for this new opportunity. And I said yes. Because when opportunity knocks, take advantage of it. I accepted the change, grew with more robust technology, learned from others around the world, and created opportunity for others. The role opened a door to a new world of international payroll, tipping, bonus compensation, and many experiences. Regis expanded my vision of the world. I never will forget walking down the streets of London and seeing all of the red double-decker buses, standing in front of Buckingham Palace waiting to get a glimpse of the Queen, and also walking up the narrow 5-story staircase to our Vidal Sassoon London office in the conference room every morning to work on our new payroll system. Plus, we had a corporate office in Paris. They utilized a third-party agency to process payroll. Although our current Infinium system did not manage payroll for France, I had the opportunity to work with our team and learn about the multiple areas of payroll taxes and our employees' paychecks in the complexities of France taxation rules. During the 10 years I worked for Regis, I learned how to process payroll for employees in the UK and France, how to work through language differences with foreign countries, how complex the hairstylist compensation pay plan is, between haircuts, colors, perms, extensions, client counts, and percentages of sales. Last but not least, I learned the world of tipping. This leads me to my fourth key ingredient. Embrace change with the use of technology to create new opportunities. This adventure brought into my recipe box items that changed my world forever. A key part of supporting my world of payroll is understanding technology. As I've reflected upon technology changes in my payroll career, it has been an interesting journey. Previously in payroll, we had hundreds of pieces of paper, very manual, labor-intense processes, and we took turns sharing a single computer for data entry. At the time, we would also download the data onto backups and our computer data onto a tape and drive to the bank, place that tape in the vault. So embracing technology and systems and automation and the evolutions that have come with payroll, our world has really changed. This created opportunity for the payroll professional. What we could accomplish with 10 people 20 years ago can now be done with one person today. Manual data entry is becoming a process of the past. Everyone utilizes smartphones, iPads, and multiple PCs. Systems are so advanced that your payroll team can manage compliance configurations and payroll systems independent from IT. Today, our teams are focused on analysis of data and serving the company, versus data entry into a system. This allows us to be critical thinking and not manual entry anymore. We are a strategic business partner. After 10 years at Regis Corporation, unfortunately the economy was drastically changing, and so was the hair salon industry. Our business reached a point where we were restructuring the company and had to sell locations due to these economic challenges. So when a door begins to close, look for the opportunity to find an open window. This window led to my greatest opportunity. It began with a phone call from Rhonda, the headhunter. Hi, Barb. Are you interested in a role in St. Louis to take on an opportunity at Panera Bread? Panera is a company that is focused on people, helping people, serving good food we can trust. Your teams will support payroll processing, payroll accounting, labor reporting, bonus compensation programs, including the calculations, accruals, and payments. You'll also be a key leader in selecting and installing a new payroll and HR system. Help change the technology. Help lead analytical projects and building labor reporting. Working on compliance and many projects supporting the business. In addition, you'll support payroll tax, new tipping programs, garnishments, and unemployment. But most important process of all is supporting the associates every day. At Panera, you will service over 1,000 corporate locations all over the U.S. and Canada. That includes the cafes, the manufacturing fresh stove facilities, and the support center associates. This equates to 60,000 active associates each year and over 110,000 W-2s. You'll also indirectly support the franchise locations. That's another 1,000 locations, helping with day-to-day questions, technology, and compliance. I said yes. Throughout my career, every opportunity has been focused on serving our associates, serving customers, serving franchisees, and building their trust. This role felt like home to me. Working with a company that's putting food on the table, just like I did as a child growing up on the farm. Helping to serve our community, feeding the hungry, just like I did with my 3 sons growing up, and actively supporting Boy Scouting events. From community service projects, scouting for food, and food kitchens. So this all came back full circle when I joined Panera, and it makes me feel very honored to work for a company that is aligned with the values of supporting people, feeding people, helping people. It helps me to focus on the values I learned growing up on the farm by providing food to others, working to serve others, and the care it takes to make every ingredient. That leads me to my 5th key ingredient for payroll success in my recipe box. Providing service and support with a passion for helping others. In payroll, our focus is providing service. And to be successful in payroll, you must have a passion to service others. Payroll success also involves service within our own payroll community. Networking, sharing knowledge with each other in our industries. Helping each other to learn and to grow. Supporting our local PAYO chapters, and getting involved. Take time to help through volunteering. Stay connected with your payroll community through PayrollOrg. PAYO offers over 30 different committees and opportunities at multiple levels to get involved. Over my career, I started out by volunteering in our local Minnesota chapter. That allowed me to grow my leadership opportunities, and eventually I became a chapter president. I also previously helped our local chapter certification classes. This helped payroll professionals to prepare for the test. This is a great way to give back to other payroll professionals and to help them to develop and it eventually gave me the ability to take on other roles at PayrollOrg, serving on the CPP certification board, the National Elections Committee, writing articles for our Paytech magazine, leading a branch of the Strategic Payroll Leadership Task Force, and serving on CHAMPS to support local chapters, stepping into advisory education committees, and helping payroll professionals to grow. Don't miss your opportunity to get involved, as this will help your payroll success to rise to the occasion. Thank you for taking the opportunity to share my story. I was able to rise to payroll success in our industry. Let me review 5 key ingredients on how you can accomplish a similar goal and fill out your recipe box. 1. Understand the synergy between accounting and HR. 2. Support growth through mergers and acquisitions. 3. Build strong relationships. Trust others in a network. 4. Embrace change, the use of technology to create new opportunities. And 5. Provide service and support with a passion for helping others. Remember, when opportunity knocks, be sure to say yes.